And folks wonder why I'm not a fan of Money in the Bank. Folks wonder why I am not a fan of Money in the Bank. Anyway, let's just get this over with because I'm already irritated at how the main event went. Extremely irritated. Anyway, this is my recap of the 2022 Money in the Bank pay-per-view. It was in Las Vegas. 6 matches. Started out with the women's Money in the Bank match. Competitors were Liv Morgan, Lacey Evans, Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Raquel Rodriguez, Shotzi, and Becky Lynch. The match was okay. I felt like there were some sloppy moments. There was a couple of botches. The Shotzi running up the ladder trying to do the DDT botch. When Shotzi did the top rope senton, she missed and hit her head on the ladder, which I assume is why she was bleeding, because she definitely hit her head on the ladder. But yeah, it was kind of some sloppy moments in this match, just across the board. I hope Asuka is okay. I don't know if she got the wind knocked out of her or if she may have broken a rib, but she took that senton on top of the ladder from Becky Lynch. So, not sure if she's hurt or what, but if not, she sold that really, really well. But, there were a couple of nice spots. Definitely a couple of nice spots. But overall, last sequence was with Becky Lynch and Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan was able to overcome and grab the Money in the Bank briefcase. And Liv Morgan is your Money in the Bank. Is Miss Money in the Bank 2022. Not surprised. Not surprised that she won it. I mean, part of me felt like it was going to be her, possibly Becky Lynch. And, the Becky Lynch downfall continues. But Liv Morgan wins Money in the Bank. But like I said, it was an okay match. There were some sloppy moments, but there were some good spots as well. So, it was really cool to see Raquel Rodriguez and Shotzi really showcased well in this match. Because, the other ladies have been in a Money in the Bank match before. So, it was good to see how well they were showcased. Lacey Evans, I like her new look. Definitely like her new look. She did her thing. So, it was alright. It was alright, but there were some sloppy moments and good moments. Next up, we had the United States Championship match where Theory defended against Bobby Lashley. And it actually went longer than I thought it was going to go. And it seemed like Bobby Lashley had the momentum, but Theory got his shots in as well. And, it ended up later on being kind of back and forth. And it looked like Theory was going to go for the ATL, but got reversed. And Lashley was able to lock in the Hurt Lock. And, within a matter of maybe 7, 8, maybe 9 seconds, Theory tapped out. And despite bleeding from the mouth, Bobby Lashley is your new United States champion. Made Theory tap out to the Hurt Lock. Part of me was also thinking that it could have ended up being Lashley winning by DQ, but they didn't go that route. So, But Lashley's a champion again, U.S. champ. Next, we had the Raw Women's Championship match, where we had Bianca Belair defend the title against Carmella. And you know what? It was all right. It was an all right match. I feel like this was one of Carmella's best matches, if you ask me. You know, she had a pretty decent showing against Bianca Belair, but I mean, we knew that she wasn't gonna dethrone Bianca Belair, but she put up a heck of a fight. I will give her that. Um, at the end, Carmella did some trash talking, some smacking, trying to get up in Bianca Belair's face, but she threw one shot, hit her with an angry KOD, and Bianca Belair retains the Raw Women's Championship. Of course, Carmella did a post-match attack, a little mini post-match attack. You know, I wouldn't say it was really a devastating, damaging post-match attack, but just Carmella being a sore loser, pretty much. But yeah, that was pretty much it for that match. I mean, like I said, I felt like it was one of Carmella's best, but we all knew Bianca was gonna retain. Next up, we had what I felt was the best match of the evening. This was for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. The Street Profits challenge the Usos. This was an awesome match, and you know, these two teams have great chemistry, and it definitely showed in this match. It was back and forth, back and forth. I mean, we saw signatures, we saw super kicks, we saw pretty much everything emptied out of the tanks of both teams. Like I said, these two teams have excellent chemistry. It did have a wacky finish, though. The Usos hit the 1D, and when they went for the pin on Montez Ford, one of his shoulders was up. The whole entire time the ref counted, made the 3 count, that shoulder was up. So it was a pretty bad botch. Or you could say maybe the Money in the Bank, you know, Las Vegas screw job. But Montez's shoulder was not pinned in that pin attempt. It was up the whole time. It wasn't one of those that came up at the last minute. No, it was up, like during the 3 count. So the Usos retain. They get away with a wacky finish. And, you know, I'm sure it's going to be talked about on SmackDown or whatnot. But Street Profits have a case to plead. When Montez got pinned, his shoulder was up the whole entire time. So we'll have to see what they do with that. Otherwise, great match. It was the best match on the card. Wacky finish, you know, suspect wacky finish. But these two teams have great chemistry together. So that was my top pick on this card. Next up, we had the SmackDown Women's Championship match as Ronda Rousey defended the title against Natalya. And you know what? It was a pretty good match. It was definitely a pretty good match, back and forth, you know, a lot of chain wrestling, you know, some technical wrestling back and forth. Both of these ladies look good. The pace was kind of slow at first, but it started to pick up a little bit later in the match. And, you know, it just got to the point where these ladies were trading counter after counter. Armbar attempt, sharpshooter attempt. Like, just a lot of counters. And then, sure enough, Ronda Rousey was able to get the submission victory. Although before that sequence, she had tweaked her knee on the outside of the ring. I guess it was like after she was tossed out or whatnot. But Ronda Rousey did get the submission victory. It was pretty much like an armbar triangle choke. Uh, Almost kind of like a Sol Naciente with the way that she had her legs crossed under the neck of Natalia. So almost like a Sol Naciente, but more so of a variation of a triangle choke, with an arm bar. But made Natty tap out. Ronda Rousey retains, and she's hobbling on one leg, and then all of a sudden, Liv Morgan's music hits. She rushes down to the ring, and she cashes in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, she almost messed it up. She went for a mid kick, got locked into an ankle lock, but she didn't tap out and was able to kick Ronda's bad knee out, and then just got a roll up. 1, 2, 3. Not even a finisher, not even an oblivion or nothing. Just got out of the hold and then just went for the pin, a roll up pin. 1, 2, 3, and Liv Morgan is now your new, for the first time ever, SmackDown Women's Champion. Her first WWE Championship. And of course, they shared a moment. They hugged afterwards. Ronda left. Liv there to celebrate. So, Liv decided to cash in same night. But think about something, y'all. Because I know a lot of people wanted Liv Morgan to win and become a champion and whatnot. And that pretty much happened. And, it made sense that she ended up winning Money in the Bank and such. But I want y'all to think about something. Keep this in mind. And it's the reason why I've never been a fan of the concept of the Money in the Bank. Remember, up to this point, Liv Morgan has never won a championship in WWE. Not on the main roster, not on NXT. She's not even a tag team championship. She's never won. And this was how she finally wins a championship. Through winning Money in the Bank and then doing a cash-in. Which is the cheapest way to win a championship. Let's not kid ourselves. It is the cheapest way to win a championship. You're literally taking advantage of somebody who either just finished a match or is hurt, and you cash in on them when they're at that disadvantage. And 9 times out of 10, the person that does that wins. Let's not kid ourselves. It is the cheapest way to put a championship on someone. Now think about it. If this was the only way to finally put a title on Liv Morgan, despite what opportunities she's had, which not a whole lot of opportunities, but if this was the best way they could put a title on Liv Morgan, what does that say? Is that necessarily a good thing? I mean, she never even won a tag title, not even in NXT. And this is the best that they can do to put a title on her. Is she really championship material if this is what it took? She didn't beat anybody legit. Just something to think about. Something to think about. And now that she's SmackDown Women's Champion, is she going to actually have a legit title run? And to be honest with you, I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe she'll get lucky and she'll have it till SummerSlam. But I highly doubt they're going to give Liv Morgan a legit championship run. I highly doubt it. She wasn't ever able to win a championship straight up. It took the Money in the Bank for her to do it. And that's why I don't like the concept of the Money in the Bank. It's the quickest, cheapest way to put a title on somebody. But Liv Morgan is your SmackDown Women's Champion. Only thing I can say is we'll see if she has a legit title run or not. I mean, we'll see. But I doubt that she'll have the title past SummerSlam, to be honest with you. But we'll see. And then the main event, which was the biggest stink out of the whole card, was the men's Money in the Bank. This was Seth Rollins, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, Madcap Moss. Is that it? We thought this was going to be it. And once everybody is in the ring, ready to go, Adam Pearce comes out and announces that there will be an 8th entry into the men's Money in the Bank. And it turns out to be the no longer a title holder, did nothing to earn this opportunity, Theory. Just out of nowhere, Theory gets inserted into this men's Money in the Bank match. And sure enough, despite all the chaos that happened, stacking ladders on Omos, putting them collectively through the announce table, Butch coming down to help Sheamus, despite all the chaos that took place, Theory ends up winning the men's Money in the Bank briefcase. So you mean to tell me somebody that just lost their title, pretty much this is Brock Lesnar all over again, so you have him lose his title to Bobby Lashley and then turn around and just give him a free entry into the main event, Money in the Bank, for the men, and he wins it. Did nothing to earn that spot at all. And he freaking wins and becomes Mr. Money in the Bank. And y'all wonder why I do not like Money in the Bank. Because of crap like this. The fact that crap like that happened, the whole thing with Brock Lesnar, same thing happened to him not that long ago. The fact that Carmella is recognized as a 2-time Money in the Bank winner. You wonder why I don't like Money in the Bank. I never have, and I never will. It is the cheapest way to put a title on somebody. Plain and simple as that. Period. It just really killed the vibe of the pay-per-view. Honestly, man, like I said, I've never been a fan of Money in the Bank. I hate the concept. I hate the concept. Like, it's so stupid. I mean, the theory was definitely a Vince McMahon move. Let's not get it twisted. But just the whole idea that somebody loses their title and then just randomly gets inserted into into a main event, another, potential title opportunity scenario, just like that, and wins. And I guess, like, are we actually seriously going to see Theory cash in, perhaps at SummerSlam, on Roman or Brock? And word is, it sounds like that they may be trying to build up Austin Theory to be the next John Cena. Which, I'm not doubting Theory's wrestling ability. I've seen him wrestle and Evolve. He's great. He's got a lot of years ahead of him. But it's like, one, I don't like the whole selfie gimmick. I mean, I already saw enough of the cell phone gimmick with Matt Cardona when he was when he was Zack Ryder. I've already seen enough of that with Tyler Breeze, the whole Prince Pretty thing. Like, the whole cell phone selfie pretty gimmick is just, it's old to me. It's old to me. But overall, this pay-per-view was eh. I mean, the Undisputed Tag Title match was excellent. But that main event just really killed it for me. The only positive thing that I can say about that main event is at least Omos didn't win. But Theory winning doesn't make it that much better. I'm sorry, but there are way too many situations where somebody that's done nothing to earn a title shot gets a title shot. And it should not be that way. Because it also negatively impacts booking and storyline and build up. It's ridiculous. Theory did nothing to earn that spot. Period. I mean, when you think about it, when Becky Lynch won the Royal Rumble, she didn't do anything to earn that spot. She replaced Lana. If I remember correctly, yeah, she replaced Lana. Because remember, she wrestled in the first match for the SmackDown Women's title, but lost to Asuka. And then later on that evening, she was in, Lana's replacement, and I think the 30th final entrant into the Royal Rumble, and she ended up winning the Royal Rumble. So I mean, it's kind of a similar situation, but the most similar would be Brock Lesnar because it happened to him a year or two ago. So that really would be the closest thing. Yeah, 2 years ago, I believe, because last year Big E won it. But it's so dumb. But that's all I got to say. Like I said, I really, really did not enjoy that. But let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Did y'all like Money in the Bank? What did y'all think of the outcomes? Let me know what y'all's thoughts are. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And just thank you so much for watching. Hope everybody has a blessed 4th of July. And I will see y'all in the next video. Blitzball Champ Gaming out. Thank you for watching. Peace.